right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. This is just going to be another episode of the Bible Talk here. I believe this is episode 14. I really like this little series, man. I'll say that, man. I really like this little series I got going here, the Bible Talks, man. All right, but I wanted to start off with one thing real quick, man. Is I mentioned it, I believe I mentioned it in the last one, but I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt to mention it again, man. But the other day I was having a little chat with TVC Mario, man, and the comment section, man. I was asking him about because he did a video. I believe it was one of the shorts, which basically means if you have a lot of subscribers, you can do a little thing in the community section called shorts, which basically like a 10-15 second video or something like that. So you did that, and he's basically saying that that the Most High don't make evil, man. That's basically what he was trying to say, man. So what I did is I called him out in the the comment section, and we went back and forth a little bit. I took a few screenshots of the the conversation that we had, which I in the future I'll do a separate video on that. But it just shows you, man, that these guys that go to these churches, man, don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. All right, not just them, man, but these so-called pastors out here, who teach, man, don't know what the hell they're talking about. A lot of them, man. All right, and a good example would be, excuse the wind if you hear that in the background. A good example would be that individual named Concave First Christians, man, which I recently went back and forth with him. Because that guy, remember this, he's teaching that he is Christ. You heard me right. He's teaching that he is Christ, man. All right, Concave Earth Christians is Christ according to him. All right, he is the Messiah come in the flesh, right, in his second coming. That is what he teaches, man. And we know what the scriptures say. What? And what is that? Matthew 24th chapter. They'll say to you, here is Christ, or there, right? Believe it not, is what the scriptures say, right? So we don't believe that. That's all bullshit, man. Excuse my language, but it's true, man. That's all bullshit right there. You ain't no Christ. You're just a damn crackhead, man. Which that might not be exactly true, but I don't do politeness. Inside joke. Shout out to anybody who knows where I got that from. But anyway, that brother, damn, man. Hey, look, I gotta say this, man. Look up Concave Earth Christian, so you know who I'm talking about, and watch a video or two of his, man, and tell me, does he not remind you of Kevin from Split, man? Does that guy not remind you of Kevin from Split? Right? Which, if you don't know what that is, just look up that movie, man. Does that guy, Concave Earth Christian, does he not remind you of Kevin from Split? That's him, man. Right, Kevin, that you? Inside joke. But that guy's off his damn rocker, man. Dude's literally insane, man. Not only is he saying that the earth is concave, he's on there saying that he is the Christ, man. So I mean, damn, stay away from that individual, man. Brother got some screws loose in the head, man. Inside joke. But anyway, another thing as well, man, a lot of these, pastors don't talk about, man, if you ask them, which again, I've been planning on meeting up with, a local pastor. We're, still working on that. They were supposed to call me back last week, but, apparently they didn't do that. So on Monday, I'm going to give them a call and we'll, see what's up with that. But, one thing I'm going to ask them, man, is like, where does the evil in the world come from? Which we already know there's spewel, right? We already know what they're going to say. It's, that was, God and Satan had a fight. But then I'm going to bring up, wait a second, the Bible says that God makes good and evil, though. As I said, man, just like, a deacon from the Sakari, man, you got to, set them up for that trick bag, man. All right, you ask one question that leads into another question. All right? And that's how you, that's how you do it, man. All right, you set them up, right? They get set up. All right, so I mean, hey, look, man, I'll tell you, man, from my years of, watching, debates and, discussions, regarding the scriptures, hey, I gotta admit it, man. All right, the vast majority of the time, I want to say good 90-95% of the time, man, when it's, Christians against, say Hebrew Israelites, Christians get butchered, man. All right? Not physically, of course, but, spiritually, man. Right? The guys get cut, man, because, hey, look, man, there ain't nobody else out there who, can bring out as many scriptures as a Hebrew Israelite can. Right? The Christians can't do that. Well, I'll say there are exceptions, such as, for an example, that guy Vocab Malone. That guy's a very intelligent man. All right, very intelligent man, and he don't know the scriptures, but he can he can surely bring up more scriptures than I can, man. All right, yeah, he got a good memory. But anyway, hey, look, man. As I said, man, these churches out here, man, full of shit, man. Is what these harlot houses are full of, man. Right? Because any denomination of Christianity, goes back to the Roman Catholic Church, because the Roman Catholic Church is the mother of all religion, man. Right? The Muslim beliefs go back to the Catholic Church. Right? Seventh-day Adventist beliefs go back to the Catholic Church. Jehovah's Witness. Okay, all of that goes back to the the Catholic Church, man. Right? Because the Catholic Church is the one who is the mother of all that. Right? Now somebody's gonna be on there and say, well, see, that means that the Catholic Church is the Babylon the Great. Nah, you guys are going off, man. That's what my guy Faithful Servants of Christ, you can look him up, and that's what Jonathan, also known as Rock Upon Him, that's what they teach, right? That the Roman Catholic Church is Babylon the Great. Guys are going off, man. Right? Babylon the Great's America, right? Guys clearly don't know the scriptures. Or I'd like to say, he don't know the scriptures. He don't know the scriptures. Excuse that noise in the background. It is going to start to pour here in a minute or two. So, if you hear that, that's the noise in the background. Anyway, man, as I said, once you read the Bible for yourself, man, right? Just as Mine of God said, man. All right, or even Andrew Ashby, right? He said, it's not a race. Take your time, right? Read the Bible front to back, which I agree with him on that. I absolutely agree with Andrew Ashby on that. All right, that we should read the scriptures front to back, right? One time, read it as a Christian would. Which, how would they read it? They just read it, okay, this page, then turn the page and keep reading it like that, or in other words, like a novel, right, front to back. Read it one time like that, or two times like that. The reason why is so you can get the understanding of how they're reading it, because we know the scriptures. What is that? Isaiah 28 and I believe it's verse 10, right? Precept must be upon precept, here a little and there a little. That's how you understand the scriptures. But you know what? There's times where you gotta understand it by their perspective. But the way you do that is you gotta read it one time like a novel, so you can understand where they're coming from, because that's the point that they're coming at, man. Like it's read like front to back. Okay, like they don't jump around, get precept here, precept there, like how we do, man, which is the proper way to understand the scriptures. All right, give an example. If you want to understand something, say for example, in the book of Revelation, you might have to go back to the book of Genesis to get a proper understanding of, may I say, a metaphor that is used. Okay, but the Christian church, they won't go with that. Okay. Pretty much that'll be the video there, man. I just wanted to, give a couple thoughts on that. So that's going to be, that will conclude this Bible talk. If anyway, I'm going to say shalom.